If you look at the top of your phone, you'll probably see something like 4G or 5G. And recently, you may have heard people talking about 6G already being tested. But what do these generations actually mean? And why does mobile internet keep moving from one G to the next? To understand that, we have to go back to the beginning. The first generation of mobile networks, 1G, appeared in the 1980s. These systems were analog, meaning signals were transmitted as continuous radio waves rather than digital data. They could do exactly one thing: voice calls. No messages, no internet, and definitely no apps. Phones were large, battery life was terrible, and security was almost non-existent. But even with all those limitations, 1G was revolutionary. For the first time, communication was no longer tied to a landline. In the 1990s, mobile networks made a major shift to digital technology, creating the second generation known as 2G. Digital transmission made calls clearer, more efficient, and more secure. But the feature that truly changed communication was something simple: SMS text messages. Phones were no longer just devices for talking. People could now send short written messages instantly. Later improvements like GPRS introduced basic mobile internet, although it was extremely slow compared to today. By the early 2000s, networks evolved again with the arrival of 3G. This generation was designed to support real mobile internet access. For the first time, people could browse websites, send emails, and even make video calls directly from their phones. The speeds were still limited, but they were enough to transform phones into something new. Around this time, smartphones began to appear, turning phones from simple communication tools into small, portable computers. Then came 4G, which focused heavily on high-speed data. Speeds jumped to tens or even hundreds of megabits per second. Suddenly, mobile devices could easily stream video, join video calls, and run complex online apps. Platforms like YouTube, Netflix, and TikTok grew massively during the 4G era. For many people, the phone became their main gateway to the internet. Today, we are entering the era of 5G. This generation is not only about higher speeds, but also about lower latency and the ability to connect far more devices at once. Low latency means data travels almost instantly, which is important for technologies like autonomous vehicles, smart cities, and augmented or virtual reality. 5G networks are designed to support an entire ecosystem of connected devices, not just smartphones. And researchers are already looking beyond that to 6G. The next generation may use extremely high frequencies, possibly terahertz waves, to achieve incredibly fast data rates. Some early concepts suggest speeds approaching 1 terabit per second, under ideal conditions. Scientists are also exploring ideas like AI-controlled networks and entirely new forms of wireless communication. For now, though, 6G is still mostly experimental. Looking back, every generation of mobile networks did more than simply increase speed. It changed what phones actually are. 1G made phones portable. 2G made them digital communicators. 3G connected them to the internet. 4G turned them into streaming devices. And 5G is building the foundation for a fully connected world. If 6G becomes reality, our phones may become something even more powerful. All from a technology that started with a very simple goal: letting people make a call without a wire.